Hi, I'm Dawn Masler. Welcome to episode 21 in Love School, our series about love. Today I'm going to talk about the secret to reigniting the spark in your sex life. Early in any relationship, the sex life is usually amazing. You're making love every chance you can get. You can't keep your hands off each other, and it's exhilarating. Then you move to the next level. You get married or you move in together. Slowly, the sex life can take a back seat. Other things like work and kids can put a damper on your sex life. Now, instead of great sex any chance you get, it's a quickie and a half-hearted mediocre sex. Over time, this can cause your sex life to stall. When you try to get it back, it doesn't seem to be as much fun or rewarding as it used to be. So is there anything you can do to turn around a declining sex life? Well, there appears to be. A recent published article looked at the effects of oxytocin on women with sexual dysfunction. If you recall, oxytocin is sometimes called the love hormone or the cuddle hormone. When it's high, you feel loving, warm, and connected. But when it's low, you feel loneliness and depression. Researchers in Vienna, Austria decided to test the effects of oxytocin on a woman's sexual desire. They recruited women in relationships that had some degree of sexual dysfunction. Most reported low desire and interest. Next, they split the group up into two parts. One group inhaled oxytocin and monitored her sexual desire and interest. In the other group, they inhaled a placebo and monitored her sexual desire and her interest. After running the test for about 22 weeks, the researchers examined the results. They found that women that used oxytocin had a 36% decrease in her sexual dysfunction score and a 144% increase in her sexual quality of life. In other words, the oxytocin improved her sex life substantially. But before you start Googling where you can buy oxytocin, let me finish. Here's the crazy thing. The placebo group also improved. They showed a 45% decrease in her sexual dysfunction score. That's higher than the oxytocin group. And they had a 125% increase in her sexual quality of life. That means that both groups, no matter if they had oxytocin or not, improved their sex life dramatically. Now you're wondering, what's going on here? Well, that's exactly what the researchers wanted to know. So they took a closer look at the study and realized it was the way the study was put together that caused the dramatic increase in improvement. You see, part of the requirement for the study was that the husband and wives would sit down and talk about their sex life. It was the conversation around the woman's needs and desires that the researchers believe made the huge change. When the couple sat down and talked about what was going on with the wife, it increased her oxytocin naturally. Therefore, as they spent time working on the study, the couples reconnected. The researchers believe that it was this reconnection that caused the amazing change in her sexual desire and pleasure that the woman was experiencing. So it appears that the secret to reigniting the spark in your sex life is to start with a little conversation and connection. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Love School. Please share it with a friend and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. I'll see you next week in Love School.